It was the sudden appearance of a warp storm at the Kaurava system's outer edge that first caught the attention of the Imperium, and not just the Imperium. After hundreds of years under the neglectful watch of the Imperial Guard, nearly every force in the galaxy would descend upon the planet of Kaurava, bent only on domination and victory. 3 races had long dwelled in there. The Imperial Guard, its supposed rulers, the Ork tribes of Kaurava II, which the Guard had never successfully put down, and the Necron, who had slept undisturbed for untold millennia beneath Kaurava III. Where the Chaos Marines came from, or how, none can say. Did the warpstorm bring them, or did they bring the warpstorm? Both appeared suddenly on Kaurava IV, and in an eye blink, half the system's Imperial forces were gone, killed or claimed by the madness of chaos. In quick succession, the others flocked to Kaurava. The Space Marines, the Imperium's super soldiers, descended on Kaurava II, planning to finally cleanse the system, both of the troublesome Orks and the Chaos Marines, the sworn mortal enemies. The Tau appeared next, not far above, on one of the planet's moons. In the interests of protecting its ordered empire from the effects of human folly, the Tau came seeking to contain the warpstorm, and in so doing, expand the territory's border. On their moon, they built a mighty fortress, and there forged a space cannon capable of interplanetary devastation. Among the wastes of Kaurava III, the Necrons, perhaps awakened by the disruptive forces of the warp storm, slowly massed their lethal legions. In quick response, webway gates, long unused, flickered to life, and Eldar poured forth, ready to battle their dark, death-dealing adversaries. Meanwhile, in the shadow of an ancient portal gate, the Dark Eldar slipped stealthily out of the murky depths of the webway. They would be like carrion birds, flying above the battlefield, and when all were weary from the fight, make the battlefield into a feasting ground. Last to arrive, and perhaps most to be feared, were the Sisters of Battle, holy maidens and bearers of the God Emperor's faith. They had come to cleanse the system of corruption and filth. Their faith left them fanatical, unafraid of death and solace in their cause. Nothing here was clean. All must be purged. Now, war rages anew, and only the victorious may write their history. Only the victorious will claim the planets of Kaurava. The Blood Ravens had learned the value of speed and mobility through hard battlefield experience. Force Commander Boreal, who had studied under the famed Commander Angelos, sought to make his reliance on stationary defensive structures as small as possible. Therefore, rather than build up the Space Marines' Central Command, entire companies were reserved in the fleet above Kaurava II. These would be ready to deep strike with deadly speed into any territory, including the Blood Raven's own headquarters. If attacked by an enemy, drop pods would cover the Marine stronghold in a steely, thunderous hail, swarming the Space Marines' enemies with super soldiers and dreadnoughts. Force Commander Boreal was sure of his plan. His greatest weapon was, after all, the superiority of the Space Marines themselves. Who could weather such a rapid and devastating defensive tactic?
Commander Boreal. Enemy forces in our perimeter.
Where?
Southern quadrant, but they were on the move. Current location unknown.
There is no time to be lost. Battle, brothers! Space Marines, today the enemy is at our door. We know our duty and we will do it. We fight for our honor as Blood Ravens, as Space Marines, and we fight in the name of the Emperor. And if we die this day, we die in glory. We die heroes' deaths, but we shall not die. No, it is the enemy who will taste death and defeat, as you know. Most of our battle brothers are stationed in space, prepared to deep strike. Our perimeter has been prepared in the event that our enemies should be so bold and so foolish. We have placed numerous beacons, allowing for multiple, simultaneous, and devastating defensive deep strikes. Codex Astartes names this maneuver Steel Rain. We will descend upon the foe. We will overwhelm them. We will leave none alive. Meanwhile, our ground forces will ensure the full defense of our headquarters. We are the Space Marines. We are the Emperor's Fury.
Nothing can
Deep
stand
strike
in
squads,
my
prepare for
way.
deployment. Brothers, strike at will.
Assault Team Bravo! Attack!
Wake up, boys.
We have lost one of the deep strike beacons, sir.
Yes, we have.
Sir, every beacon we lose reduces our ability to strike on the field.
Do you think I care if we lose a beacon or two? This is war! War! All we need is enough battle brothers on the ground that we can crush them under our boot heels and destroy them with our bolters. That is what matters, Space Marine. It is not over till the last Space Marine drops his gun and falls.
Kid
This is gonna be
K-Hubies
easy.
are here! Drops a good one, boss! We'll
Sir,
cover the
we've lost
whole
nearly
lot
half
of
of our deep strike beacons.
Damn. We've got to hit them harder. This is Commander Boreal to relay. Send us all the units you
Wake
have.
up,
Do you hear?
boys. Time to fight! I see Hubies! Storm boys, he's ready for a fight! Breeding fish! Gork, stop those flying Hubies! We've got to find where they's coming from and shoot them full of holes! Storm boys, he's ready for a fight! If you say so. Sod off, if you say so. Look at them Hubies, hiding in the steel boxes. Real orcs will peel off the top and eat the pink skins inside. Boys, if you find where they're coming from, stomp them to bits. You hear? Boss? This is gonna be a feast. Put your bayoneting trigger finger. More easy. We found the shops they've been making the transports from. You need something. That's all back to them, boss. Right, we smash them and no more Hubies out of the sky.
Sir, we have line down there. There are only a couple of beacons left.
Throw what we've got at them. We just need to keep them disoriented.
Yes, sir.
Get boy! Where's me on? I'm working on something.
Who's ready for surgery?
They're shooting us!
is it!
Send me! This is going to be easy. They will not see us coming.
We need more red paint!
Space Marines! Attack!
Make us proud, brothers.
This is what we like, Bats! You kind of butt skulls! I'm the big boss!
Greenskins are entering our base. Ready yourself, Blood
That's
Ravens.
what I wanted to
Deep
hear.
strike, deploy! Deploy! Send everything you've got! Do you read me? Everything you've got!
Land Raider has entered the battle.
Kind of butt skulls!
Fire the orbital bombardment, immediately!
Sir, they're right on top of us. The collateral!
Fire!
Boss!
We are
Who is
Space
getting
Marines!
shot up?
If we are to die, our enemies will die beside us!
Yeah!
We're all gonna die! I love the sound of me shooter, don't you?
Failed. The Emperor.
Warboss Gorgutz had fought the Blood Ravens before, and he knew they were good enemies. Blink your eyes and they'd give you a good stomping. This time, though, he figured it was them that had blinked, and him and his boys who would be doing the stomping. Still, when the war reached the northern reaches of Kaurava II, those Blood Ravens put up a right good fight, and tore up plenty of orcs before Gorgutz closed in and squashed them good. Those boys that made it took plenty of trophies and skulls, and the mechs got their green paws on plenty of the humans' gear. Those orcs that had shown the greatest bravery and skill that day were granted a true honor, promotion to Gorgutz's elite personal guard. The vast Tau military complex on Kaurava II's second moon had always been intended for purposes above and beyond the current war. In a Tau-dominated solar system, this complex would become a key outpost on the Empire's border. This moon base had been named Nan Yanoi, or Sword Moon, referring to the powerful Orks Canon built there. This weapon could fire its devastating ion beam on any territory of any planet in the system. Heavy fortifications and anti-aircraft arrays were not enough for the Earth-cast architects of Nan Yanoi. To these, they added an ambitious orbital perimeter defense system, which would fire ion beams similar to that of the Arca Canon, tuned to harm only intruders and spare Nan Yanoi's infrastructure from any damage. When complete, Nan Yanoi would be unassailable. Unfortunately, the Tau Stronghold was attacked before it was complete. Many systems and fortifications were not yet fully operational, including the perimeter defense system. An invasion fleet could be shot down, but they could not as easily protect against a small force from making a beachhead at one of the gaps in the Tau's outer defenses. Such a feat would be extraordinarily difficult, but it might just be possible.
We welcome your gracious presence, Aun Royu.
I see that our Earthcast engineers have made splendid progress in constructing the Nan Yanoi base station.
Yes, Your Eminence, it is nearly complete. There are only a few gaps remaining in our perimeter defenses, and they are heavily guarded until our orbital defense system is fully operational.
Setting stabilizers. Ready to fire.
Excellent. And this Arca cannon you have built, quite a marvel, as I understand it.
Indeed. From this moon, we can fire on any habitable territory in the Kaurava system. Do you wish to inspect it yourself? It harms only advanced life forms, thus avoiding damage to structures and plant life.
This is indeed most commendable.
Our orbital defenses were built using the same technology. Both are controlled from this location.
What is that?
The perimeter has somehow been breached. I must attend to this. Please, Your Excellence, return to the Coalition Center.
Yes, that may be best.
Dispatch Pathfinders, locate the source of the breach, and see that they do not gain entrance and establish a foothold. Notify all Fire Warriors and Krut Carnivore squads. Let us hope that our defenses are strong enough to hold them.
Listen up here. This is the plan. We move fast, see? We knock through them all fast till we're inside. Then we build a cab. Got it? Good.
The boss? Who is getting shot up?
We are under attack! Fire Warriors, hold your ground! We must hold them back for as long as possible!
The boss? Who is getting shot up?
Alright, now listen up, boys. We got this far. That's good. That's because we the Orks, and I'm Gorgutz, the one and only. No one stops Gorgutz. Now bring in the grunts and the fort.
Yeah!
That's what I like to see. Get them buildings put up, and quick like, so we can get down to the fighting.
We must find the location of our security breach.
It now belongs to the
Let them scour
Orks!
every possible breach location and report back immediately. They shall be sent immediately.
Precinct! What is it? What do you want?
How many Pathfinders have we dispatched and no news? Where did they last report from? Commander, they have all been in Sector 3 Red.
It now belongs to the Orks!
strength of this surprise attack is worrying to me, Commander. Tell me, when can we expect the fleet of reinforcements that followed my own ship?
Wise one, as you know, the warpstorm has made our normal navigation equipment useless. The fleet is guided by 3 beacons within Nan Yanoi. As long as all 3 signals operate, it should not be long.
This is well. I fear we may yet need these extra troops.
Nothing can stand in my way! Wake up, boys!
Wake up, boys! Commander,
it's time for fighting!
The orbital defense system has been activated and primed, and is now ready to fire. Is the enemy in our sights? Yes, Commander Oreska. But not all cooling systems are in place, and the cannon will overheat if fired too often. Well, fire as often as it is safe to do so. We must hold them off until our reinforcement fleet arrives.
Ogs.
Get ready for fracking!
Boss?
Yeah?
Who's getting shot up? What is it? Shooting us!
They are
Shoot,
attempting to
Knob's
seize
ready
our
for
orbital
backup.
defense control.
Stop!
We must stop them at all costs.
Yeah? What? I dare up yours! Green is best! It now
Commander,
belongs
they have
to
taken
the
control of the
Orks.
orbital defense system. They use our defenses against us. It must be retaken. See to it.
Who's ready for surgery?
Let's go! Let's go! Orks is the biggest and the strongest. They're shooting us!
They have destroyed one of the guidance beacons. Ah, this is unfortunate. Still, on the strength of 2 guidance signals, our fleet will not be greatly delayed.
I love the sound of me shooter, don't you? I got the good bits for this fight.
Aircast! The enemy is close upon us. We require your assistance. This is our last chance. Strike
We're
at the
under
coordinates
attack!
I give you, and do not hold fire for any reason.
I'm the biggest of
Commence at once.
Commander, another guidance beacon was destroyed. This is a great setback. To follow a signal guidance beacon will be exceedingly
Here they
difficult.
come!
We cannot expect the fleet anytime soon. Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah?
All 3 guidance beacons taken out. Commander, is all hope lost? We will receive no reinforcements. Without a signal, the fleet must turn back. We must defeat the enemy as we are. Cut them down. Hallelujah! Noble Ethereal! Oh, we have lost you! We have lost all!
The warlord Gorgutz took it as a personal affront that the Tau had chosen a base of operations on the moon directly above the Ork enclave in the Rockclaw Mountains of Kaurava II. More offensive still was the Arca Canon, which exemplified the Tau principle of fighting from a safe and tactical distance. Of course, almost anything could offend Gorgutz, and he would have come to attack the Tau sooner or later just because they were there. Had Commander Oreska succeeded in finishing the defenses of his moon-based fortress, the Orks might have beaten themselves bloody against its shielded outer walls. Unfortunately, the smallest breach in those walls was like a crack in a dam. Once through, the Orks closed the distance on the ranks of fire warriors and crushed them beneath their massive forms. While much was looted by the Ork hordes, Gorgutz claimed the Arca Canon for himself, planning to use the biggest guns he had ever seen to aid his war. The Imperial Guard's headquarters in the Dussala precinct of the city planet of Kaurava I was also the system's primary Baneblade production facility. Under the strong and capable leadership of the new Governor-General Vance Stubbs, the Guardsmen were once again well-supplied, armed, and organized. Any attacker would find themselves facing a formidable amount of firepower. Since the outbreak of the warpstorm on Kaurava IV, the Imperial Guard had known a humbling series of setbacks. Losing a full 3/4 of their fighting men was just a start. General Stubbs was determined to triumph in the face of this and all other adversity. Unfortunately, a full regiment of Baneblade tanks, the Guard's armored superweapon, had that very day been dispatched to various territories throughout the Kaurava system. The Dussala precinct headquarters was thus left without a single Baneblade to its advantage. But they had their factories. Repair parts, munitions, and operating crews were moved via a system of convoys to the centrally located Mars pattern buildings, which produced the tanks. These convoys, then, were to be the Imperial Guard's weakest link, and also their greatest hope.
How are the men?
Tolerable, sir.
Morale?
Good at central, poor in the front.
Casualties?
The same, sir.
Firing squads?
20 today, 12 for cowardice in the line of duty.
Baneblade production?
Tank crew, munitions and parts are arriving by convoy on schedule, sir. As you know, it takes only the most highly trained crew to properly operate a...
I know.
Very good, General.
How many do we have on hand?
Unfortunately, sir, a shipment of 100 Baneblades has just gone out to serve.
I see. Look at this. Once this was a fine city, gleaming beacon of the Emperor's light, a center of industry. Now look at it. Commissar, I would like to see this city built up again. I would like to see towers and spires of gleaming white. I would like to see our men on parade routes, not tours of duty. I would like to see every city in this planet, every colony in this besotted, miserable system turn to the service and industry of the Imperium in the Emperor's name.
In the Emperor's name, sir.
But to see my dreams fulfilled, first we must wipe the system clean of these blasted Xenos and heretics and monsters and zealots. And to do that, this base, our center of command, must operate free of danger or harassment. Our troops are ready. Our tanks and our sentinels. And if the Emperor wills it, we will have functioning Baneblades. Tell me, Commissar, are we prepared? Or will we be lambs taken to slaughter? Well, we'll do what we can and pray for victory. The enhanced Basilisk cannon has been prepared by our tech priest engineers, has it not? It can be fired at will.
Very good, General.
It only requires an artillery spotter. We shall place our faith in the God Emperor.
In the Emperor's name, sir.
That will have to do the job. As always, we place faith in the Emperor.
General, they approach.
Rather. When will we have our Bane Blades?
Crew and munitions are arriving by convoy. It will be several convoys before we have one operational, sir.
So we just have to keep them busy until then.
What is it?
Eastern Central Command. Bane Blade convoy is being dispatched and is currently en route.
With the enemy in the area, I want those convoys well guarded. Safe delivery of those convoys is critical.
Here they come! Get those Chimera up and running on the double!
They won't see us coming.
What's it?
Who's getting shot up?
And in my way.
I'll see you now.
Entering alert level 2.
I'm gonna be a squeak beast. I wasn't listening. I'm dead.
The Basilisk Magnus is cleared for action, General. We can now fire at any acquired coordinates.
And our spotters?
Waiting orders, sir.
Get them on the field! In the Emperor's name, we don't have time to lose!
We're under attack! Quick, man the sentinels!
Wait, there's attack. Squish they shooting us.
Entering alert level 3. Prepare for Valkyrie transport landing.
Marauder bomber production up and running. We need to hit them with everything we've got.
Marauder production orders confirmed, sir. Our bombers are closing in for close-range assault maneuvers.
What's this? Why is it hiding, human? Trying to sneak in and get us all blowed up. Thought you could send your big guns our way, eh?
Prepare for Valkyrie transport landing.
I can make so many improvements!
Don't touch that thing! They shoot us! We get the job done fast.
Trying to use stealth on the Imperial Guard! Baneblade convoy dispatched and en route.
Entering alert level 4.
Here they come! I knew today was gonna be special. Dance, Huey! Dance! Kind of busco! Something fixed!
Who is getting shot up?
Boys!
What is it? Kind of buscos! We've got to go! Lumps is better than smaller. Run to your orcs. I knew today was gonna be special.
General, the mechanized command of the convoys
this
being
better
dispatched
be
has been
good.
taken out. Well, sir, there are no more mechanized commands. There will be no more
We'll
convoys.
frag them,
Golden
take
Sun
them.
protect us
What
now.
a smash!
Who is getting shot up? Sneak past us!
They've thrown a
They
wrench in our
shooting
Baneblade
us.
production. We're just gonna have to do without them.
What
If they
to
think that's all
smash?
we've got up our sleeves. Officer, we fight until the last. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
Any soldier caught abandoning his
Crush
post is to be
their
shot
brains
without
better
further
than
questioning.
smaller.
We can
Run
still
to your
win this.
orcs. Use the boss. The boss? Who is getting shot up?
All our artillery spotters were killed. How can that be?
What to smash? I knew today was gonna be special. I'm moving already. I'm moving already. On the teeth. Don't touch the teeth.
Time to collect some spare parts!
I love the sound of me shoot. Like shooting squids in a barrel.
Omar's pattern buildings. Well, the convoys are useless to us now.
The boss? Who is getting shot? Fix your gubbin. I knew today was going to be special. got the best shooters there is. I love the sound of each shooter, don't you?
All I fought for, all my work, crushed. Crushed! All the good men who gave their lives for this cursed, this blasted system. Though my army lies in ruins today, I have not done fighting, and I will remember who my enemies are.
Came to Kaurava I, its strength and momentum had reached truly great proportions. For a brief moment, the thick, tiered defenses and heavy munitions of the Imperial Guard Stronghold threatened to stall, or worse yet, break the warlord's orcish avalanche. And although the pink skins put up a good fight and cost Gorgutz many an orc, finally, they were stomped flat. This was the first victory the old Kaurava orc clans had ever achieved on the city world of Kaurava I. The great victory provided a huge morale boost to the entire orc army, and many Wa banners were spontaneously raised there, in Dussala and across all their Kauravan territories. But few orcs were happier than the mech boys, who, in conquering the Imperial Guard stronghold, laid claim to a vast array of tanks, guns, and other spoils to be modified for orc use. Gorgutz mechs even managed to turn some of the Imperium's war factories to their use, promising readier and cheaper garrisons across Kaurava. The Sisters of Battle rely greatly on their faith. It is their sustenance and their shield. When they first came to the tainted world of Kaurava, Confessor Turganum March was quick to see how much holy light and fire it would take to cleanse the 4 planets. He therefore brought the living Saint Anais and placed her in their primary bastion in Sama on Kaurava I. Following a secret and ancient practice, the living saint was imbued with the inviolable aura, an aura of invincibility which would prevent any chance, he thought, of defeat. Guarded at the last by this inviolable aura, the Sisters of Battle marched with great surety. Who, in truth, would dare oppose them? What adversary could faith and fire not sweep from before them? In the face of chaos and vile aliens, the Sisters of Battle merely redoubled their fervent prayers and penances and fought on. They came to believe that glorious victory was the only outcome. The idea that any would dare attack their mighty bastion was unthinkable. The possibility that their bastion could fall beyond belief.
Good, she comes.
Sisters, the living holy saint of the Emperor, Saint Anais, scourge of heretics. Now, in the name of the Emperor!
Good.
There, it is done. May the Emperor's blessing carry us on to victory, sisters!
We thank you, honored martyr.
So... it is true then. These blessed shrines will confer... invincibility?
Indeed. Within each shrine lies a true and sacred relic of the ecclesiarchy. Now that the edifices have been blessed by a living saint, they confer upon her the inviolable aura, as scribed and fervently mastered by the great ecclesiarch Jonasiah Vuonis.
And wherever she goes, no harm may befall us?
Precisely. Neither our persons nor our belongings.
One pure bright candle amidst a sea of filth and darkness!
That is well said, Canoness. This is a tainted system. It may, in fact, be irredeemable.
Then we shall purge it with fire. I have yet to find a cinder that was not faithful in its praise of the Emperor. All is made ready?
Yes, mistress.
Good. These would-be conquerors shall have a taste of our fire and faith. The Emperor will punish them through us. Steel yourself, my sisters. The time of battle draws near!
Wake up, boys!
Hey, now, man! Warboss! Me and some boys saw where the Bernie Yumis came from. There's a base, and it's real close. Let's stomp it!
They think themselves mighty, but our devotion grants us strength beyond the scope of mortal arms. Fire! Fire, my sisters! Do not falter! Do not blink until the enemy are cinders!
I'm working on
cinders
something.
and ash!
Upscaled! Fighters, is it then? Boys, if you see where them fighters is coming from, smash it good!
Boss ain't around. You listen to me.
Upscaled!
And lo! Those who stand against the Emperor's will shall ever falter, and they shall ever fail!
Hey!
By his faithful they shall be crushed, they shall be burned, and surely cast into the pits of horrid void.
That's where the fighters is! Crush them for the Orks!
The boss?
I knew today was gonna be special!
They strike at our convents! Well,
You need
we are not
something
yet
fixed.
short of the faithful and ready for battle!
Don't bother me!
Our faith is once again strong! To the crusade and death to the enemy!
We'll frag them to Zog! Whatever! Attack!
Looks okay to me. What now? Fix what?
They shooting us!
Who called for the bomber?
Fools! You shall not harm this holy place!
Just what you need!
It is true then. These blessed shrines will confer
We've got to fight a bomber!
And wherever she goes, no harm may befall us?
Precisely. Neither our persons nor our belongings.
Fly boys coming!
Who you want me to cut?
Whatever. We'll smash them up, but good. We'll frag them to Zog!
Who called for the bomber? Our bombs is the biggest best! The biggest! The fighter bomber! Fastest of the speed freaks! Woo-ha!
Sisters, our foes have shattered 2 of the shrines. We must defend the remaining 2 to our last pious breaths.
Hey boys coming!
We're under attack! Where's the fire? Let's leg it! Here we go. You point, we go. We better be going to a fight. They shooting us. We'll frag them to Zog.
exalted and luminous saint, I beg you, fight by our side!
Together we will fight. And by the Emperor's will, we will triumph!
What you need! Let's go!
Shrines. In ruins.
My
We've got a fire bomber! Fastest of the speed freaks!
Woe unto us!
We are forsaken. Is all lost. And yet we must fight. Sisters, we must fight and go in glory!
Dance, kill me! Dance!
Sisters, we must go as martyrs! We must go in flames! In flames!
On the day that the Ork army smashed the Sisters of Battle, warboss Gorgutz saw such things as he had never guessed could fight under the banner of the Imperium. Although they were no Orks, they had fought heartily enough, and he was not sure that they were any less burny than his burniest boys. He suspected that they even had their own form of Wa. Although anyone knows you can't have a Wa without proper banners. Gorgutz and his elite guard claimed many trophies from the gear of the Sisterhood, being a type of human soldier they had heard of, but never before encountered. For years to come, the formidable warboss was obsessed by the winged flight of the living saint, who had fought him, going so far as to ask his best mech boys to see about making him wings of a similar kind. Little was ever uncovered, and little will ever be known of how the warpstorm was unleashed on the Kaurava system's 4th habitable planet. Whether guardsmen there grew corrupt and turned to evil worship, or whether the storm took them unawares, is an open question. What is without doubt is that at the storm's eye lay the lair of the Chaos Space Marines. And at the heart of this lair, a network of unholy and blood-stained shrines, linked somehow inextricably to the storm itself. Although the lethal warp storm would flicker and squall here and there, ever shifting, a permanent conduit to the warp was maintained between these shrines. A charged field of immateria whirled there, certain death to any who had not given themselves over fully to chaos. In that radiant, deadly energy field, strange shapes could be seen dancing, screaming, howling. Any would-be conqueror of this unholy citadel would somehow have to dispel the chaos field that protected it. To enter it would be certain death, and while it stood, nothing could reach the forces of chaos that lurked at its center.
They come! They come! Yes, we feel them. They approach. Their blood shall flow at our feet. Blood for the blood god. Yes, we shall slake our thirst for death, for chaos, for terror.
They draw near. Let them come. The very ground will poison you. Demons will appear from the warp when your back is turned. And we shall lash out from every direction, and yours shall be the cries of death and horror. The sound of your doom will ring in your skull, in your soul. You shall tremble, and your blood shall be a gift to the Blood God. Let them come. We are ready. They're prepared to march to their doom.
Nothing can stand in my way! What's here? A city, is it? Bah! Too many spots for him to hide like snivelling grots!
We're under attack! Gork! Where'd they come from? Yeah! Boss! We gotta go! Oh yeah? Now's the time to tear things up! Ready!
Ain't no son humans gonna stop it under Gorgutz! This'll be a Ork world, this'll be my world! We'll clobber the whole lot of them! That's where all the fighters is coming from! Let's blast it up good!
Yes, that's good. We need more. Make more. Send them against the fools who would dare attack us.
Time of Upscaled! See, boys? That is the chaos line. If you don't want to get dead, look out. It's got demons in it and it's jump out and get you.
Don't hold on your dad to me!
I am strong, for here the warp is strong. It is our power and your weakness, and you shall die.
Kind of Upscaled! Today is going to be special.
I'll bring the fighting juice!
This is gonna hurt! A lot!
Squeeze them! Forward the team!
They're attacking the shrine! Stop them!
Kind of Upscaled!
He's not going back to that slaughter.
Taste the full power of chaos. Taste my magics and beg for mercy.
I'm ready for blood!
Who you want me to cut?
I knew today was going to be special.
Smite them, Khan! Smite them, my god! We're taking away the shrines we made for you. How can you let them? We will be your fist, and we shall take them by the throat! Yes! Yes, we will!
Make the land move!
Another shrine, fallen. After all our work, after all those sacrifices. Oh.
This is gonna be a great feast. I'm gonna get me that shooter.
Pay for tearing down my shrines! The veil is lifted, see? See the army I have. You have earned our wrath. We will spill your blood! Now is the hour. Time we earn honor and glory in the eyes of the blood god, Khorne, who is our master. We fight for chaos! Slay the enemy! Slay!
Dodge!
can we? Without a devotion, without a sacrifice.
The horrid blossom of chaos will wither! Will die! This world is slipping from our grasp.
When warboss Gorgutz set his sights on Kaurava IV, he knew that sooner or later he would square off against the Alpha Legion. By and large, the Great Orc did not pay much attention to the subtle differences between the different human armies. But he knew the Chaos Space Marines under Chaos Lord Farseer Caerys wielded great powers, and so was eager to test the strength of his Orc hordes against such a foe. The greatest challenge for Gorgutz's army was the unnerving face that the legions of chaos present to their foes. What the Alpha Legion had in horror and the dark powers of chaos, the Orcs made up for in sheer numbers, size, and strength. When the battle was won, Gorgutz allowed the Kauravan boys to loot their skull trophies, weapons, and other prizes, while a giant Wa banner was planted where once a chaos vortex had been. The Dark Eldar little feared an attack on their base of operations, situated as it was on the dark side of the moon, well within the reaches of the warpstorm of Kaurava IV. The seventh ancient gate lay on that moon, but the Dark Eldar, knowing its technology well, had fixed it to work only for them when they had arrived there. The effect of this hubris and the general anarchic nature of Archon Terrell's soldiers resulted in a sprawling makeshift reproduction of Kaurava, the Dark Eldar home city. Surrounding the major war camp lay smaller camps, surrounded by miles of torture ground, a sort of cage garden of the homunculus Grumanael's making. Rich with plunder, enslaved scraps and goods, this area had grown and sprawled. Meanwhile, the center grew dense with powerful Dark Eldar, and the legendary Asdrubael Vecht, leader of Taril's Blackheart Cabal, was said to oversee the war preparations there. To say the Dark Eldar were unprepared for an attack would not be quite accurate. The Dark Eldar are ever ready for battle. It is a sport and a passion to their kind, and there is no such thing as catching them off their guard. Nonetheless, the miles of torture gardens were poorly attended at best, and full of prisoners, many still capable of turning against their captors. For an attacker, there was a faint glimmer of hope.
We are fresh from the fight. We have shed blood. Death, terror, and anguish sang sweetly in our ears.
But Lord Terran, have you taken prizes?
Do you doubt me, Grumenea? Many prisoners were taken. We have our tribute to Kaurava, and many left over from our slave chambers, and your torture grounds.
Come, Archon! Come to my torture grounds. We win, we lose, win and lose. But always richer. Richer with slaves and spoils.
Indeed, we shall be well respected and rewarded when we return to Kaurava.
When we return, if we return. Return the victors, or
return the vanquished? My grounds, where screams are flowers and pain their fragrance. A fine, fine nest we have. High upon the cliff, hard to see, harder still to reach. Will they reach this nest? Will they take away my garden?
Are you questioning my right to lead? My inevitable victory? I am the deadly shadow and the bird of prey. I am the poisoned dagger that brings swift death. These crude and foolish armies know nothing of strategy. If they see a wall, they attack it. If they see an army, they charge at it. They will be too busy with each other to notice us. Or if they do, it will be too late. Worry not. And it is of no matter, we keep a keen watch. If an army approached, surely we would see it coming. Then we would tear it to pieces.
What's all we boys in cages when they ought to be snapping the necks of them pale-faced pointy ears? Come on, smash them cages. Start with that one right there. Come on, boys, get out and get ready for fighting. Ready for stomping?
Look what escaped from its cage. Now it shall die.
We're under attack!
Warboss! Warboss! The boys we saw, they got 2 caps full of pointy ears. Lots of pointy ears. We better have more boys, sure, if we wants to stomp them. The boss? Who is getting shot?
Now that's what I call some good fighting, Orks. We can smash some stuff up with all them boys. What's this? What? Get out of that cage and build us some stuff to fight with. Now!
Lord Tyrell, enemies have infiltrated by way of the torture gardens. How is this allowed to happen?
What?
I don't know, Archon. They killed the guards. They amassed a force and will soon have a war camp established.
What?
I see. I will inform Lord Vect. Have the soul cages readied. They shall taste the full fury of our powers.
Lord Vect is here? On Lakune?
Yes, now go! The soul cages!
Is ready.
This is taking forever.
They have been allowed to get far too close to us. Use all the powers of our soul cages against them. I command it.
Yes, Lord Vect. It is better to use those souls and annihilate these upstarts.
Then go and see to it that you do not fail.
Back at 'em, lad!
What? One of our soul cages destroyed? They will pay! My dais will crush you, wretched worms! Soul cage, miserable scum! If you do not guard the lost cage with your very lives, I will teach you new meanings of the word pain!
He's ready for a fight!
Cages gone. I am displeased, Taro. Heads shall roll. Perhaps yours.
I love the sound of me shooter, don't you?
You fool! I will have your head for this. Quickly, back to Kaurava.
Well, if he had died, I should have taken his place. Now I must flee.
By the time that warboss Gorgutz, avalanching war, rescued Lacune, there was little that the Dark Eldar could have done to defend themselves or escape with their lives. Thinking their moon base safe from notice or harm, they had squandered any chance of rebuffing the Orks that they could possibly have gained. Taril's humiliating defeat sent him, as Drubael Vecht, and sundry other Dark Eldar fleeing back into the Webway to their home city of Komara. Meanwhile, Gorgutz and his Ork mobs had invented a new sport, which involved putting Dark Eldar into their own cages and seeing how far they could throw them in the moon's reduced gravity. Several knobs attempted to harness and tame the warp beasts they found, but without any luck. Gorgutz did not let his Orks linger for long, however. Ultimately, Lacune was one in a line of provinces to be crushed by his unstoppable Wa. More than any other race, the Eldar concerned themselves with the distant past and the distant future. In visions, Farseer Caerys anticipated the reawakening of their ancient foes, the Necrons and Kaurava III. A webway gate, unused for many millennia, flickered to life. In the blink of an eye, a barren tract of the wasteland planet became a sprawling base of operations, and the Eldar army poured forth from it. Just as quickly, this stronghold vanished from the naked eye, concealed by Eldar artifice. The Eldar had learned long ago that no bulwark, no matter how strong, could halt the slow, implacable progress of the Necrons. Only illusion, deceit, and misdirection could accomplish that goal. And these are things at which the Eldar are peerless. The Eldar had prepared a harrowing gauntlet for their invaders, with all the feints and deceptions they could muster. This stronghold was not just a foothold, not just a key strategic point, not just home to many Eldar secrets. No! Through its long history, it had become sacred to the craft world Eldar, and they would defend it accordingly.
They approach. We are prepared.
Yes, Farseer, but...
Yes?
Must we fight?
We shall fight. They must never suspect. They shall come, expecting the obvious, the simple, the artless. They shall stab at the shadows with confused minds and troubled hearts. Meanwhile, we shall appear unseen from 10 directions, and from every one, strike a fatal blow. Do you know the history of this place, which we call Esselir Talith and the young races call the Upper Wastes?
We, the Eldar, made our war camp here. In a past age?
Yes, that is so. Our ancestors came here to fight the Necrons when they were an overwhelming wave that swept the worlds. This system was one of their stages of destruction, their foundries of undeath. Our ancestors defeated them here. We constructed our war operations center here as an illusion. No brute army, no simple display of force could uncover its secrets, and none ever shall. No, it is more than an illusion. It is a clever trap, this place our ancestors forged. It is a net covered in leaves that the savage beast willingly stands on, tempted by a bloody morsel, only to find itself hoisted, trapped, at the hunter's mercy. No, we shall guard our secret. No force can strike a target it cannot find. We shall not yield up our foothold on this world. Kaurava was once ours, and shall be ours again.
Look here, you socket runts! Down there! That's the pointy-ear big ford. We blast that, we blast them all off of Kaurava. So get the blasters and shooters ready, cause we got some fighting to do, is what we've got!
Look, they're sending my way!
Almost. Not yet.
We're ready!
Now, quickly, to safety.
What?
Listen up, boys. We gotta settlement some grunts, right? That means it's time for this here war! So get going! So get going!
How little you understand the Eldar.
Jobs are good at
You have
boss.
stepped into our snare. Do not expect to escape it alive.
Where'd they go? Come back and fight, you squigs!
This is gonna be a squig feast. Time to get stuck in, boys! Chew 'em up. This is taking forever. Up yours! Big is best.
You need
something fixed?
You will try to strike back, but in vain. We will not be there.
They're shooting us! Shoot, we're ready! We'll clobber 'em good! Who's getting shot up?
Need I remind you, we are at war. Deploy all interceptors immediately.
Who you want me to
So, our nightly production has been destroyed. I see our many roads to victory growing fewer and more arduous. Yet, there is still hope.
The elite Shining Eagle Squadron of Nightwings remain where they were assigned, Farseer.
Good. We must press on.
I got
just what you need!
Bragging stuff!
The duck is in!
Weary of firing at shadows and illusions, we will always elude you. Leave now while you can.
What? That's not the real base neither. When I gets over there, I's gonna... First we gotta get all the boys there, huh? What's this?
We're under
Anything
attack!
what's it? Splinkering right under me nose? More pointy-eared tricks is what that is. Iniggy spots, is it?
The duck is in!
A lot of them! Crush their brains in!
Farseer, they have disabled one of the illusion barrier devices.
Then the other ones must not fall.
Time to bust skulls!
I'm gonna get me that shooter of yours.
You do not even know where to
No
look for us.
pain, no gain!
And you will be dead
bigger,
long
all
before
meaner
you
than
do.
us!
Crikey, what's all them shooty bits? We ain't gonna march right through all of them. What we gonna do?
Ready for backing of them! We'll clobber the whole lot of them!
Farseer, they have disabled the support platform array. The entrance is no longer protected.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have seen this. Do not yet despair, my sister. They have not foreseen our every move.
I'm gonna get me that shooter of yours.
Ready for starting! Moving out! We need more than
Another illusion barrier was destroyed, Farseer.
I see. We shall prepare for the worst.
Battle? Move here, move there. Mind already. Moving out.
Don't touch their teeth.
Orks is never beaten in battle.
Don't kill me.
They have disabled all the illusion barriers. This should never have come to pass. We have few chances left. We must fight. We must prevail.
Tank ready for blasting.
Dodge, kill me! Dodge!
Let us see how they deal with the Shining Eagles. They are no ordinary pirates.
Can you stand a chance?
Even our Shining Eagles squadrons cannot stop them.
We came here long, long ago. We did battle with our deathless foes, the Necrons, and won. This day we have lost. If they swarm again like locusts here, some other must stop them. For we shall be gone.
If warboss Gorgutz had learned anything in his many years leading the Orks, it's that the Eldar, or pointy ears, were trouble. And it was best to crush them as soon as you had the chance. When his caravan boys found themselves in the hot sandy barrens of the Upper Waste, he gave them a good talk, warning them that they'd have to be the sharpest-eyed, fastest, choppiest orcs ever known. While it might not be said that the Orks anticipated every move of the quick-witted and devious Eldar, they certainly proved that Orkish strength and resilience could stand up to any such trickiness. Pressed hard by the avalanche of Orks, the Eldar fought frantically, and then, overwhelmed, succumbed. The fact that some Eldar, including the Farseer Caerys, were able to retreat to their last webway gate before the advancing Orks troubled Gorgutz very little. He had won. The Orks scoured the area, uncovered the many caches and depots hidden within the Stronghold's grounds, and smashed a great deal of it with triumphant enthusiasm. It may never be known what first awakened the cold legions of the Necron from their vast burial vaults in the southern coast of Kaurava III. Archives suggest that Imperial Guard survey crews may have been dispatched to coastal Emosa several months before the conflict. Others point to the strange and unknown influence of the warpstorm, which could somehow have roused the deathless Necrons from their slumber. Out of the dry Emosan sands, an ancient complex emerged. Part burial ground, part power plant, part staging ground. As builder scarabs removed sands and restored structures to power, its clean-cut, symmetrical, and lifeless form emerged. It pulsed with the green glow of the strange power which fuels the Necrons. Vast reserves of it, enough to drive an endless stream of monoliths and Necron soldiers. Anyone foolish enough to assail this unearthed necropolis would do well to heed that flow of energy. It is the source of the Necron's power, and if unchecked, there is little limit to what strength Necrons could marshal against their foes.
So, they come. Awake. I give you energy. Drink of it. And awake. They shall meet their ends. They shall join the army of death.
What's this? Them monoliths in the corners is plugged in. If we don't stomp them, they'll go full up. They'll be worse than all four squig are stomping on us. Unplug them, that's what I say.
Where they shoot! Up yours!
I got the good bits for this fight. Yeah.
Boss! The Mac boys figured it out. See? There's 4 points near the middle, right? That's how the power gets in and out of the monoliths. All we gotta do is take them, and the monoliths stop.
What's it?
I see where the teleporter they're using's at. It's back there. We ought to stop that good, we ought.
You need something fixed?
Yes. Let's get them.
I want to get stuck in with the boys.
Gretchen is ready. Gretchen is ready.
You think you have won? You have not. We need more red paint.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
The spiders. We need more red paint.
What is it?
They're powering up!
Still time to operate!
They shooting us!
The duck is in! Fire, boys! Still time to operate!
Embrace death. You cannot escape.
We's losing.
We's not afraid.
The lot!
Moving tank ready for blasting!
On my way!
Squish them!
I'll bring the fight!
You need something fixed.
Power. Get power.
I got
Still time to operate!
Dance!
Fire on, boys! Who needs operating on?
Don't you?
Carry.
We're under attack!
Something fixed.
Loot tank ready for blasting!
I love the sound of me shooter, don't you?
Warboss Gorgutz was concerned, the Necrons were no more than a vast army of little mechs. True enough, some of the boys seemed a bit unnerved by the dark metal battalions that massed like a lake at the base of the exhumed necropolis on the Emosan coast. But Gorgutz simply made sure that they were more frightened by him, and they fought good enough. Although he'd had his doubts, the victory over the Necrons was as good a proof as any, in Gorgutz's eyes, that the Kauravan boys were worth their squigs. They had a tough time of it, descending into the bowl of death among the hot sands. But as Gorgutz figured these things, Orks were for fighting, and there was nothing better than a good, hard fight so long as you won. Sure, that Deceivi thing had come up, and turned his boys' heads this way and that. But they beat it good in the end. Under the visionary leadership of Warboss Gorgutz, the Orks achieved a complete and unrivaled victory over all 4 planets of the Kaurava system. Generations of Kauravan Orks had dreamed of such a day, never imagining that they would not only overthrow the Imperial Guard, but 7 other armies to achieve their aim. All Kaurava was soon overrun and teeming with Orks. A phase of wild looting and pillaging was followed by Ork settlement, wherein clans laid claim to entire territories at a time. Without the watchful eye of Gorgutz, however, all this would have ended in confusion and petty clan warfare. Gorgutz had other greater plans. The 4 planets of Kaurava were to be turned to this purpose. Mines yielded valuable metals, and fields of Orkish factories produced everything required for a proper campaign of galactic conquest. A great war, staged from such an excellent platform and supplied with such resilient, war-worthy Orks. How could such a war result in anything but great victories and greater glory? They hailed the mighty leader, Warboss Gorgutz, Lord Al Kaurava.